Well, guys. Seems like it's finally time for us to circle back and do an updated stat video. You guys have been asking for this for a while, and I have just been procrastinating. So, it's finally here, boys and girls. And I'm basically just gonna go over the units I use a lot, and I'll take you a step through my teams too. For some of you newer players, and yeah. So I just want you guys to know my stats are nothing crazy. Probably any of you can achieve this, and if you're just starting the game, it probably wouldn't take you long to catch up. Um, with that being said, let's jump right into it. As you can see, my highest CP unit is Summarize Area, which I can't complain. It's one of my top units. um, excuse me, but so for Summarize Area, I like to run. Well, I'm running 226 speed on her. We have about 117 effectiveness. I try to get those bombs off the best I can, and then I really like my attack to be a little bit higher, but I try to add some bulk to her to make her see if she would be tankier, but she really isn't. I should maybe just try and swap all of this to here, but you guys can see, like, I have I have level 75 and 78 gear still on her. Like, it's not hard to reach the stats that I'm at, guys. Which means if you can reach my stats, that means you can also reach challenger or champion or whatever we are in an arena as well. Moving on is our Landy. She's 209. So I run 226 on her because I like to run her under my Payra. And there was someone else. Oh, under Mui. I run her a little bit slower than Mui so that if like Payra gets banned, I can S3 with Mui or something. To set off her, to proc her S2 and stuff like that. Moving on, our Landy. We are triple S imprint. That's I don't know, I like seeing that. Again, this is probably one of my units I spent the most time finding the perfect gear for, but you know, she's kind of slowly going downhill lately. Not like she's going downhill, just, you know, the units that are being released are just absolutely insane. But we run her like 210. I two like 20ish to 200 to 220ish is about like an average speed that I can get on all my units, so that's kind of what I'm sticking to for now. I try to play more standard, but you guys know I do enjoy my cleave sometime. But yeah, 12 almost 13k HP. She could use some more defense. I'd like this to be like 1200. Her attack's pretty good actually. I'm good at that. You know, honestly not too bad. There's obviously some things here that I can improve upon, like these two pieces. But you know, she gets the job done. Moving on, we got Adventurer Ross. Not much to say here. 203. I really don't use him in arena anymore. Although I haven't used him post buff. Yeah, post buff. I haven't really been using him after the buff, so I don't know. He might be better, but as you can see, not crazy gear. I mainly use him for PvE, raid, and stuff like that. Moving on to Wyong, we got 213 speed. We know that. Whoa, that was so hard for me to say. All right, guys. So we know that Wyong can't crit. So you know, we went straight attack. I think I might actually have a little too much HP, and that I could probably get rid of a little bit of this for something else. But you guys seen in the last couple videos, she's kind of one of my top units right now. She really gets the job done. So I'm running her on Uberius's Tooth just for the extra damage and the CR boost, obviously, when she gets the kill. So I think that's really all it is. Speed immunity set, you know, that way she doesn't get provoked or anything first turn. Stunned. Moving on to Mui. Our queen. Mui stats really haven't changed. 236. I think I tweaked her a little bit so that, like I said, she could go before Izaria in case my Para or something gets banned. Other than that, I really just kind of went for effectiveness and speed on her. Her gear is pretty rough. But like I said, all I needed her to do was go first, enable Izaria, kind of strip the other team if she can, and then the attack buff. So she does what she can. Sometimes we proc the extra turn with the S2 or with the, yeah, it's on S2, right? Or is it S3? Yeah. It procs on S3 so that you can S2. Okay. I haven't used Moo in a while, guys. Bear with me. And then I just run her artifact for the extra effectiveness. That's about it. Moving on to Para. This is my fastest unit, 282 speed. At the time that I built her, that was the fastest I could get. I don't think I could get any faster, and if I can, it's only like 285 or something right now. So, you know, she's my enabler for cleaving and whatever, debuffing. She's really, I mean, I honestly love her. I use her everywhere. So you guys have seen the videos. But yeah, 282 speed. I got 20,000 HP. Her defense is lacking. I would like this to be a little bit over 1k, but it's all right. 82% effectiveness, and then I could get rid of this crit chance, but you know, I could roll it and stuff. I hadn't yet. And then I got the nostalgic music box, but I am thinking about switching this to RNL. I got this for the extra defense, but I'm thinking about switching to RNL because if you get RNL to proc, she just cycles so fast. It's actually kind of wild. But yeah, that's our Para, 282 speed. It would be nice if we could get like 290, but you know, I'm proud of it. Moving on to Falconer Clary, she has not changed, and we honestly don't use her. 236 speed. She used to be one of my openers. Now she's I use her in Banshee, I think, right now. So that's kind of all she's good for. Sermia, another one of my favorite units right now. I just 15k HP, almost 2k defense. I was thinking I needed to balance a little bit of more attack into her also with the, even though she scales with defense. So I went for 2k attack, 1800 defense. I would like these to be a little bit more, but yeah, I'm not mad about it. And then 244 crit hit damage. This could definitely be more, if anything. But 197 speed, like I said, I like to be at like 200 speed. This was a good number for me. And then I run Symbol of Unity, increases the hit chance and damage dealt. That's the Guild War artifact that you guys can get from your guild shop. And next is our Arbiter Vildred. He's actually like, I don't think I have messed with Arbiter Vildred's gear since we first got him from the connection. So he's a destruction crit set, very slow, 301% crit damage though, pretty nice. Not quite 100% crit chance, just kind of cucks me sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. And he's kind of squishy. I don't usually run Dust Devil. I was doing that because I am on the Abyss with Dingo and stuff like that, Blaze Dingo, and it's been rough. But what do I think I usually run Sword of Summer Twilight. Yeah, for the extra penetration. But I do kind of like Dust Devil because when he procs S1 twice, it actually kind of fucking slaps. Violet, we can't look at him. He's not done. We're working on that. He's not used yet. Or no, we did use him in our video. Okay, we'll circle back. Lifesteal, immunity, nothing crazy. 100, 195 speed. Like I said, try to get as close to the 200 mark for me. This could be more, but it is what it is. This is all I had. This is all I had. I just kind of threw whatever I had on him. As you can see, some of these pieces can still, be reforged. So, like I said, he's a work in progress. This is mainly for RTA, PvP, mainly Dream Melee, pretty bread and butter. Moving on to Crow. Crow has literally not changed from the beginning of our account. He's still rocking the level 75 free gear that you get. I have not done anything to him. Why fix what's not, what's not broken? So, yeah, he's exactly the same. He's slow as hell. 30k HP, 1500 defense. Proof of Valor. I honestly rarely take him. He's kind of just there for Wyvern. Next is one of my top picks, Trollzet. Yeah, I like to kind of pick him as my damage mitigation, my tank or something like that. Rise of the Monarch for the big beefy defense and the extra barriers. And then, just I got 190 speed, 25k HP, 1300 defense. Just kind of tanky. A little bit of effectiveness so he can land the stuns on the counterattacks and things like that. And then the effect resistance so he can't be he has a harder time getting stunned and controlled. That was the word I was looking for. For the EE, I run the increased combat readiness, obviously. Who wouldn't use that, right? I don't even know what the other ones do. But maxed out EE with the for the combat readiness, and then that's about it. Yeah. Like I said, one of my top picks in arena and PvP and stuff. He's even good for like my arena and like progressing through the story teams and stuff. Moving on to Rimuru. This was really good like fucking 4 months ago maybe. But I tried to switch over to pin set, and as you guys can see, I haven't even completed it yet. I don't even know when I started doing this. When did I switch to pin set? No wonder he hasn't been performing well. Okay, well. There's that. Well, we're gonna skip past Rimuru because he's kind of troll right now. I don't know what I was doing with him. Politis hasn't changed since we originally pulled her and built her. 226 speed. Is that faster than Izaria? Oh, it's literally the same. So sometimes even she can proc Izaria's things with her proc. So she's a good pick with Izaria, but I went for the effectiveness route, and I don't think it's worth it. I think the people who build her with like a little bit more damage, I think that's the way to go. Mine just hits like a wet noodle, and it honestly makes me not want to take her most of the time. So she needs to be evaluated, but she's still a good unit, and I still bring her occasionally. Apokravi, another one that we just pulled not too long ago and ended up building pretty recently. I just realized pin set only takes 2 pieces. Okay, so Rimuru is actually, this is the way I had him built. All right, I was trolling. We'll circle back on that. I rarely use pin set. I could have sworn it was a 4 set. All right, anyways, 100% crit chance, 276 crit damage. I tried to get as close to 300%. There I am again, close to 200 speed. 18k HP, 13, standard bruiser build. Draco plate. honestly, guys, all my builds are pretty bread and butter. Like, you know, kind of the standard thing you would see. Arya, I tried to use her a couple times, and I haven't really been effective with her. So I can't say that she's been great. But this is my build. I would like this to be a little bit faster, but why did I go so? Oh, no, I went slow because of her counter attacks and stuff. And that's why I have this. But I feel like she's too squishy. She gets blown up so fast, or she just gets controlled and can't do anything. So I don't know. Maybe I need to change some stuff on her. We'll circle back on that. Koeric, same troll build that I've had. Oh, I was using him in Expedition. That's why he has this on. Okay. Yeah, he desperately needs to be rebuilt. Shadow Knight Pillis. She's really slow. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I built her to counter C. Lilius. I never used her though. So honestly, I can't tell you guys if this was a good build or not. I hardly use her. I threw whatever I saw was working for most people, and that's what I threw on her. Moving down the Ravi, you know, counter set, crit set. Honestly, I should probably go immunity here. If I could get the extra crit chance on these pieces. But a little bit slower because we like the counter attack. 16k HP, 13, you know, standard bruiser build. She could use a little bit more attack. It's a little low, but you know, it is what it is. And then 300% crit damage is where I would really like to be. But you know, I can change this piece out and get more crit damage there and things like that. So everybody's a work in progress, right? Acadius, I don't think nothing has really changed from her. She's kind of just fallen off in the PvP world and kind of just my PvE queen now. 204 speed, 15k HP, 1700 defense, and then 172% effect resistance. And then we were running. Okay, so I was running the S2 EE. I haven't tried the S3. Increases effect resistance of the I could probably do that and then give her more of a different stat instead of all the effect resistance on her. I don't know. I like that. I like the S2 one. Alright. Sigrid has not changed from the start of our account. She is just our Wyvern slave. As much crit damage as I could get on her, and then, you know, she just does her thing on Wyvern. S2, S3. It's dead. Researcher Carrot. I don't really use a whole lot. I built a long time ago. She's, in my opinion, way too slow. I think I need her in the 200 mark as well. And so yeah, this build I didn't work for me. Tipicerin I haven't touched in a long time. Same destruction crit set that she's always ran. I made her slower because she, you know, has her passive can't be one shot and things like that. And she'll cut and use her S3. So I didn't really worry about too much speed. I went mainly for crit damage and crit chance and things like that. But you know, as close to 300%, and then a little bit over 3k would be nice, like 3200 here or something. But like I have all 70 geared. None of this is 85 or reforged or anything like that. You know, I could definitely beef this up a bit. Clarissa is only for Wyvern. That's all she does. She just puts debuffs on the big dragon. Commander Lorena I built for Abyss. Furious is our Wyvern team. 217 speed. You know, enough speed to cycle fast enough. You only need 75% effect resist. You know, Song of Stars, typical Furious build. You know, you can watch any Wyvern hunt guide and find that. This is my Dizzy's built for a Abyss floor, the Dingo Abyss floor right now. It's not working out. It's been rough. So I don't use her anywhere else. Tamarin is my #1 Soul Weaver in PvE. 18k HP, 202 speed, you know, around 200 mark. 64% effectiveness just for the strips, and some of the hunts and things like that. And then 51% effect resist, just a little bit to, you know, try not to get stunned and shit like that. As for artifact, I was running the Wondrous Potion Vial for the one of the Abyss levels, but I also don't mind using like Water's Origin or Celestine. It really depends on what you're doing. But yeah, just kind of basic build. As you guys can see, 78, 75, 78. She's got 190 piece. You know, you guys can accomplish this 100%. SSB is running straight no speed, lifesteal, effectiveness. I think I swapped her to effectiveness for the Blaze Dingo Abyss floor. Well, I don't know, because she's at 97% crit. So maybe this is what I just always run. I just hope I get the debuffs off. 4k, you know, almost 4k attacks where I want to be. You know, 12k HP is nice, and then 1200 defense is not bad either. Izaria we don't use, Roana we don't use. Everybody else is kind of, we use, okay, so watch your shirt we use just solely for the speed buff. And funny enough, while he was missing this piece of gear, he was actually doing a lot of damage in the arenas when we were climbing. So yeah, I still need to get a speed neck for him. So he'll probably be like 230 speed somewhere, hopefully. And then, you know, he could just be... Basically, he helps push my pay rate to 290. Whatever she's at. I think she's at 282, so like 292. And then, you know, increases the CR. Just everything we can to keep cycling. But he's missing a piece. We gotta get that. Fighter Maya is strictly Guild War. I haven't used her recently. I stripped her of her artifact. Just counter, health set, you know, as much defense as you can for the damage. 17k HP. You don't really... I went not fast because she counters a lot, but you can see here 65, 71, 75. We don't use her a whole lot. And everything else below is kind of in the works there. So real quick, guys, as you can see, those are my stats, and honestly, they're not all that wild or crazy. And you guys, anybody else can get here too, okay? 100%. We're still working on down here. I think I finished gold last time, but yeah, we're still working down here. But this takes a little more skill. This is mainly me not drafting right. Real quick, I'll go ahead and jump into my teams for some of you newer free-to-play players, and just, you know, new players in general. That way you can see what I run, and if you have any ideas or, you know, want to build off of it or something. I don't know where I was going there. Alright, so our first team is our friendship team. So obviously, the only thing I have built is RB. He's my dog walker. You know, he levels everything up. Right now I'm building friendship on all my units for the quest. So I'll take 3 of these guys who are... None of them are built. Their friendships are all, you know, 5. They're all low. Swapping units now. 4, 7, and then RV's 10 obviously because I use them all the time, and I'm just building those to get the bookmarks and stuff like that right now. That's just kind of like my grind team, you know, if I'm grinding Spirit Altar or something like that, or Adventure or anything. Wyvern 13, pretty bread and butter. Furious, Clarissa for the debuffs, Sigrid for all the damage, and then we have Crow for tanking, obviously. PvP is just kind of like our arena team that we're running usually. This is usually what it consists of. It changes obviously depending on what units we're fighting. But yeah, as you guys can see, I really enjoyed this Peyra, Izaria, Hwayong trolls that combo. I just this team right here I've been having good luck with. For Golem, really basic. I run the Troll Cowrick with terrible stats. I run my Ravi, Aros. My Ravi built for Arena, mind you. My Aros, and then Tamarin. And that's just my Golem team. Granted, guys, these teams may not be the fastest teams ever, but you know, they are like 90 to 100% like guaranteed win rate, and you know, I could just put it on auto and walk away and not worry about anything. For Banshee, I just run Landy, Rimuru, Tamarin for the cleanses. This is why she has Wondrous Potion Vial on also for the cleanses. And then Falconer Clary for the defense break and things like that. And the extra mitigation and heals. For raid, for the Hell raid and just regular raid, I run just this team right here: Aros, Roana, Tamarin, Landy. It's a bit slow depending on which bosses you're fighting. Obviously 2 Soul Weavers, but with the dual attacks from Ross's S2 and Landy, if your Landy's built enough, she'll just wipe the floor with them. And then attack buff from Tamarin is nice, so it's just a overall good, safe team. This is like a safe build team. Obviously my Abyss is whatever Abyss floor I'm on at the time. This is what we're working with for the Dingo team, the Dingo floor. And then my 813 build is literally just the same thing as my raid build. I was gonna try and change it, but it just works so well. So I just put it on. So you're probably asking why I have 2 separate teams. Obviously because of the pets. You know, I'll have this for my hunts and stuff, and then I don't know what I'll have on for the raid one. But yeah, anyways, guys, there it is. Those are my stats. Nothing crazy, nothing wild, nothing spectacular.
Test your luck.
You know, pretty basic, pretty standard stuff. I get cucked on gear rolls literally all the time, just like everybody else. You just gotta keep at it, guys. You just gotta keep playing and keep grinding. But yeah, that's it. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope maybe some of my builds can help you guys, or give you some ideas maybe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.